Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to address the 2024 International Media Seminar on the critical issue of journalist safety and the major challenges surrounding the ongoing conflict in the occupied Palestinian territory, which has persisted for 76 years. Today, we focus on the vital role of journalists and the immense obstacles they face in Gaza. Ensuring their safety is essential as we collectively strive for peace. Journalist safety is fundamental to press freedom, particularly in conflict zones like Gaza. Our committee's position is grounded in Article 19 of the International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights, which upholds the freedom to seek, receive, and share information. Unfortunately, the situation in Gaza and the West Bank starkly contrasts with these principles. 1 year has passed since the events of October 7, 2023, when Palestinian militants attacked Israel, followed by a devastating Israeli response in Gaza. Since then, access to information has been severely curtailed. Journalists have been killed, newsrooms destroyed, foreign press blocked, and communications cut. Israeli forces, as the occupying power, have systematically dismantled Palestinian media infrastructure, silencing voices through restrictions, threats, targeted killings, and censorship. In the past 380 days, over 130 Palestinian journalists have been killed by Israeli forces in Gaza. These were voices reporting on possible war crimes, silenced before their stories could be fully told. In the West Bank, 29 journalists have been detained, many harassed, intimidated, and placed under administrative detention. The UN Special Rapporteur on the right to freedom of opinion and expression has documented ill treatment of detained journalists, including sexual and gender-based violence, particularly against women journalists. Despite global outcry, none of the perpetrators, including the killers of journalist Shireen Abu Akleh, have been brought to justice. For years, Israeli blockades and restrictions in the occupied Palestinian territories, including limitations on movement, checkpoints, and the destruction of infrastructure, have made it increasingly difficult for both local and international journalists to operate. Despite this, journalists in Gaza continue to report on the humanitarian crisis, often at great personal risks, providing the world with an accurate picture of the unfolding tragedy. We honor their courage and recognize that their loss silences their stories and severely limits the public's access to the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, despite Israeli repression, the world remains aware of the Palestinian issue, largely due to the relentless efforts of journalists. Behind the headlines of conflict and humanitarian crisis are courageous individuals risking their lives to document the suffering, destruction, and displacement of the Palestinian people. Your support for freedom, for press freedom, is crucial. The work of journalists ensures that the world is informed of the grim realities in Gaza. Our committee's advocacy and awareness efforts depend on the narratives, visuals, and evidence you gather and share. To this end, we are deeply concerned for your safety and demand your freedom to work without fear of retaliation. This is also a priority for the international community. In addition to the physical risks, journalists today face rising challenges like disinformation, cyberattacks, increasing restrictions on press freedom, and the psychological toll of conflict reporting. Reports of Israeli-made Pegasus spyware used to hack the phones of human rights activists and journalists underscore the digital threats facing the media sector. This adds another layer of difficulty to an already dangerous profession. As you engage in this seminar, I urge you to reflect on how we can overcome these challenges and ensure that the truth continues to be told. The voices of journalists reporting from Gaza and the West Bank are critical in ensuring the international community, including policymakers, fully understands the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, the committee remains steadfast in advocating for the protection of journalists. Through our work at the United Nations and regular statements to the Security Council, we emphasize the urgent need to strengthen global legal frameworks that protect journalists in conflict zones. Our commitment to accurate and reliable information is vital in this age of rapid misinformation. As physical dangers and media suppression increase, digital advocacy has become essential. Since October 7th, 2023, our digital platforms have reached millions with over 6 million page views on our website and active engagement on platforms like X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube. These efforts amplify critical discussions on international law, Israeli settlements, and the humanitarian crisis, ensuring that the truth reaches a global audience. Our UNISPAL database, with over 44,500 documents, continues to be an invaluable resource for experts worldwide. Even when journalists are silenced, our digital outreach ensures that the realities from Gaza and the West Bank are accessible to the international community. Free and undistorted access to information from journalists on the ground is essential for global understanding. By amplifying verified reports and UN data, we provide a reliable source amidst the noise of conflicting narratives. Together, we foster a more informed and empathetic global dialogue, shining light on issues that might otherwise remain hidden. A committee partnership with the media can be a crucial step in this regard. As we approach the International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian People this year on the 26th of November, I invite each of you to explore the resources available on our platforms and engage with our content. This day offers a vital opportunity to highlight the importance of your work and to convey a clear message of global solidarity with the Palestinian people in their quest for freedom and independence. I also encourage you to reflect on the words of the late Shireen Abu Akleh, who said, I quote, "While it may not be easy to change reality, journalism can bring people's voices to the world." End quote. We must amplify the voices of Palestinian journalists and ensure their stories continue to reach the world. In conclusion, I reaffirm the committee's unwavering dedication to press freedom and the essential role of journalists in achieving lasting peace in the occupied Palestinian territory. In these challenging times, your courage and commitment to the truth are more vital than ever. The committee will continue appealing to the international community for urgent and coordinated efforts aimed at ending the Israeli occupation, achieving a two-state solution, and a just, lasting, and peaceful settlement of the question of Palestine in accordance with international law, relevant United Nations resolutions, and the Arab Peace Initiative to bring an end to this historic and grave injustice. I thank you.